Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
A gain of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Third down, 3 to go. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got a man! It's Harris! And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Cowboys. It's McCaffrey. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Hader Kohu got in there for the tackle.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
On the play.
A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he's down on the other side of midfield. midfield. Mark them at the 48-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On first down, it's Richardson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
In motion, it's Waddle. Here's a give to Achane. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. First down, Miami.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Headed left, fine time. That is intercepted. Picked off by Savon Revel. And the Cowboys are going to get the football at their own 23.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
A gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Cowboys.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side to Harris. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
1st and 10.
They get 14 on that hookup. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. To the right side, this is McCaffrey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jaden Blue. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And that play took a little longer to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Blue will take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Dolphins, nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On second down, Richardson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Richardson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Richardson. Rolling to the left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The defense could not bring them down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. From the gun, Richardson. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
It's second down.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Richardson. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout and talk things over before 3rd down. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the end zone, here's Cavante Turpin. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Run here with McCaffrey. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. That's timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. This a 42-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Cowboys going to open up a 17-3 lead.
Dolphins 3. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
From the 23-yard line.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Richardson operating from the pistol. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Now Richardson. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
McCaffrey now on first and 10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. They'll take this in back at the 16. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Achane, heading right, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Now Richardson. And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Achane. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
They send Ridley in motion. On the ground, this is Jalen White. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Nice job by the running back
Brings up
making the
second
first
and
guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Richardson. That one out wide to Achane. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. This is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
Waddle's first catch. Good for a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On play action, Richardson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Richardson going to look to throw. That's taken in by Achane. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Richardson to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll grab it at the 12. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now, faking the give. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 4th quarter we go. It begins with a McCaffrey run. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They run once more with McCaffrey. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now this time they'll look to throw. The trap brought in by Harris. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Throwing now from the gun. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
12 yards.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2. On the handoff, Blue. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A run once more with Blue. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
There goes Turpin on the jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Avante Turpin. Touchdown, Cowboys. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
1st down.
That one good for 26 yards.
1st down.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Out of shotgun, Richardson fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And the Dolphins back within 7. It's 24-17. So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Avante Turpin on the return. He gets free, and he's going to take this all the way back. response, after the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back to the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Here's Richardson. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession, and I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
3rd and long. To throw, it's Richardson. Quick hitting slant there. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Now, 2nd and 4. Throwing, Richardson. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. Richardson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down. So they get a new set of downs. Just as importantly, stop the clock.
And the Dolphins.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Second down throw for Richardson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Donovan Izaraku in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Throw on the run is complete. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Second and 11.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Blue. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. A run here with McCaffrey. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get that to the line. That is all. It is 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This is 1st and 10. Richardson. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Throwing on second down, Richardson under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
And the crowd a major factor now as we get to third down. Looking to throw, Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Donovan Izaraku, his second sack of the afternoon, number 5 for him on the year. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Throwing is Richardson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
On the deep ball. It's a turnover on downs.
To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time.